I remember listening to an interview that this celebrity had done. I'm not going to say who. And she was talking about how her and her husband were collaborating to come up with a new album to put out. And she was telling the story about how she was going to the studio one day and her assistant had brought her coffee and her food the way she liked it. And her husband looked at her and he was like, why do you need all that stuff? On this album, we need to be stripped down to the bare minimum. And if you're not paying attention, this sounds innocent and you think it's a really good concept. He wants it stripped down, simple stuff. But to me, can't shit get past me. Looking at the whole situation and unpacking it and picking it apart, her husband is, he's established, but he's not well known like she is. He doesn't have the net worth that she has. And I'm just making assumptions. I don't know these people. I'm just an angry, aggressive black feminist on the internet. It just has vibes of kind of tearing her down, jealousy. A lot of these men, if they're not the ones large and in charge, then they have to tear you down and tell you what you have ain't shit. Them degrees ain't shit, that job ain't shit, because they don't have it. Now, if he was large and in charge and had the assistant and all the shit, I'm sure it would have been no problem at all. She also shared that there was some place where she was performing and she was all dressed up in heels and he kind of was like, why don't you take all that crap off? It just has the same vibes of men who get on the internet and tell women you don't need all that makeup. I fucking hate that shit. In my mind, if you're my man and you really love me, you always want me to have my best and to feel my best. And if my best is being able to afford a personal assistant to do things for me, if feeling my best is wearing all the makeup and accessories and all the things that I want to wear, you would love that for me. You would not be trying to strip me down to the bare essentials. I'm here and you're trying to bring me here so that you can feel better about yourself. This is why you hear stories time and time again, and I don't wish bad on this couple at all. But this is why you hear time and time again, women who make more money than their husbands or they're more successful than their husbands wind up cheating on them. And their excuse is, well, I just don't feel needed. A strong man would not see all your success, all your joy, and all your happiness and figure out ways to slowly take that away from you. This is why, for me personally, if I ever get into another relationship, that man is going to have to be mentally stable, be doing the work to dismantle patriarchy and misogyny and misogynoir. He's going to have to be secure and confident in himself, because I am highly ambitious. When I put my mind to something, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it accomplished. I always get what I want. I know how to network and meet people, and I have goals and dreams that I actively work towards. And I provide myself and my children a pretty damn good life. I am able to treat myself and do nice things for myself and buy myself stupid shit just because I want to buy it. I don't want a man in my life saying, why do you always got to do that? Why do you always got to go to lunch? Why do you always got to go to that restaurant? Why do you need a massage? Why do you need to do this? Instead of planning out your content, why don't we just forget all that and watch a movie? You're always focused on your work. Let me tell you something. If a man is highly ambitious, he will completely screw you over to accomplish the shit that he wants to get done. He would get rid of you before he got rid of his prized possessions, his cars, his success, his money. We've seen it time and time again. Men who have completely lost their families because they were workaholics. They don't give up their identities. They don't give up their hobbies and the shit that they like and the finer things in life if they can get them. But they want us to do it. Or we can do well as long as it's not better than them. And then if it's better than them, then we're doing too much. And even these men who are providing for their wives and girlfriends beautifully and they're living this soft, amazing life, that amazingness only lasts as long as their money lasts. It's only good for as long as you're not more successful in outdoing them. A lot of these men are with you because they like the fact that you're beneath them in some way. But if the tables turned and you were to write a book or do something that went super successful, they wouldn't know how to act because they're here and your place is always here, never next to them or above them. A secure man doesn't give a fuck how much makeup you wear, the heels, the clothes, if you have a personal assistant, your massages, if you get your facials and your hair done and your nails done, your car washed too, Armani suit, personal assistant, promotion, job title, salaried up to the sky. He wouldn't care. He'd be happy for you. He'd be supporting you. He'd want to add to that, not take from it. A lot of us women are getting with these men who are just subtracting from our lives. No, if you're not adding and multiplying, get away from me. Absolutely not.